In this video, we're going to learn how to document a client luggage search. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do in the Hatch system is go to Operations, Client Room and Luggage Checklist, and Add New. Here you can enter in the time and date of your search, client's first name, last initial, your information, and the type of search you're doing. Since this is a luggage search, we're just going to choose Search at Intake. Now, what you're going to see here is some information on what is considered contraband. This is a pretty basic list, and there may be other items that are contraband for your facility, so this is not the be-all, end-all list, but some good suggestions. Here are some general rules for all searches. Now, before starting a search at intake, you want to make sure that the client is separate from their personal belongings, that they've signed all the necessary consents as well. And then you can go down to your search. Now, here's a checklist of some of the things that you want to be aware of and be looking for and specifically be searching in during a search. It's also very important to note that during a search, you should always take your time, and a search should also be done in a quiet area where you can utilize your sense of sight, feel, and hearing to be on the lookout for contraband. Now we're going to go to a quick video of a luggage search.
Hi, I'm Jamie, and we're going to go through how to search clients' personal luggage today. First, we want to grab some gloves. We always want to protect ourselves. We do have the non-stick gloves, which will be in all of our housing units. First, we want to open up all the zipper pockets on the outside. We want to examine inside the pockets, make sure there's no tampering, make sure nothing's been cut, there's nothing hidden inside the pocket. Look in the pocket, feel around, feel all the corners, make sure they haven't sewn in any hidden pockets anywhere. Have some mail here. There's nothing stuck to the paper inside. Sure doesn't look like it's been dipped in anything. Put that to the side. Then we want to open the main part of the suitcase. Always like to inspect the top part, the inside of the zipper pockets. Make sure there's nowhere that they've cut it open and re-sewn it, could have hidden anything. Okay, and then we'll start to examine the contents of the suitcase. If there's any books, flip through, make sure there's nothing stuck inside the books. Looks like we got a musician here. Looks good. Then we start to go through the items, feeling for any things that have been cut open. Feels like it's been stashed inside of it. Looking for any spots that have been tampered with. For the socks, I like to go turn all the socks inside out, inspect them. I like to personally give them a good squeeze. You'll feel something if there's anything inside of it. Listening for crinkling sounds or anything that just sounds out of the ordinary, or once again, anything that appears that it has been tampered with. With the shirt, always check the collar real good. Any of the thick seams, that's where clients like to cut open and hide stuff and then try to sew it back together. Inspect it for any tampering. I like to turn the shirt inside out so I can make sure there's nothing taped on the inside, front or back. And just feel around the sleeves, around the cuffs. Once again, these thicker areas are always the spots that we tend to find things hidden. Okay, that looks good. Give it a little squeeze. Once again, you can kind of feel or hear anything. T-shirts are pretty easy to search. They don't have a lot of the thick seams on them. So if stuff's not taped to the t-shirt, usually it's hard to get it inside of it. but you want to turn it inside out, check the inside and the outside of it for any contraband. And just because it's new, don't let that fool you. Don't think that because it's new, it just came from the store and they haven't messed with it, because they could be putting out on there to kind of throw us off a little bit, or any number of reasons. I always just kind of run my finger along all those seams. Here's one, sweatshirts, any kind of outerwear. This sweatshirt doesn't have a lot of pockets, but as we know, a lot of jackets can have all kinds of hidden pockets, so we want to be real thorough with the outerwear. Let me see if you can turn the pockets inside out. I would recommend it. These are sewn in, so we can't. These bottom areas right here, this is double layered, so it's so easy to little cut, stick something in there. This is a very, very important spot to search. Check the zipper as well. That's double layered also. These are always spots that I find stuff when I'm searching clients' personal belongings. Same with the layer around the hood. I could turn the sleeves inside out on everything. The cuff, double layered as well. Spends a little extra attention, some time with that. Now we got some shorts. Waistbands of any kind of athletic shorts, boxers, underwear, anything like that. We want to really pay close attention to these double layered areas. Clients will cut that thread out, slide some strips of Suboxone, some bags up in there, and sew that right back together. You can see right there where it looks like it may have been tampered with. Now that's probably where the string came from, but you never know. Could have ran something up in there, could have stuck a couple pills in there. Just pay close attention to that. It's something to remember. We don't ever want to be rushed during searching. If we feel like we're being rushed, then we're going to miss something. And to miss something could potentially put this client or another client's lives at stake while they're in our care. Turning pockets inside out when available. Okay, right there, see? Right there's a pill. We don't know what that pill is, so we're going to put that aside to photograph it and dispose of it when we're done. Turn the shorts inside out, just like everything. Checking the seams on the bottom of the pant legs. This is the importance of wearing the gloves. These are obviously unwashed, dirty socks. You come across a lot of that with men and women coming into treatment. Some sort of what appears to be ankle brace. Something like this. If this client was on suicide precautions, we would want to take this, all the strings that are in it. We'd want to lock this up somewhere safe. Check with the medical team if they needed it and if they were able to have it. You always want to check. A lot of these have little plastic braces that can slide in and out. I don't believe this one has access to slide in and out, but when they do, they could hide stuff behind there. Right here. See, and that pulls out. If I wanted to stick something to that plastic piece, take some drugs there, slide it right in. And you want to inspect that spot, make sure there's nothing down in there. You can kind of hear something, but I believe that's the sound of the brace. There's another one over here. This way I was going to be thorough. You don't want to just assume that, oh, it's a brace, it's fine. There's plenty of hiding spots on this one little piece here. And again, there's no brace support piece in there, but it's still an open area you want to inspect thoroughly. If I was going to sink something in, right there is where I would do it. Check the Velcro straps. Behind stuff, behind belt loops. We haven't had any pants yet with belt loops, but you know, behind any kind of loop that's on any of the clothing. Inspect the stitching. Make sure it doesn't look like it's been tampered with at all. Looks so innocent, non-assuming, but as you see, there's plenty of spots to hide stuff on that one little brace. All right, now we've got all the loose clothing out of the bag. We're gonna check some of the miscellaneous items that are left behind, such as this glove. And again, you wanna turn the glove inside out. Push all the finger holes through, make sure there's nothing, no pills down in the fingers. And this is something you wanna be doing behind closed doors by yourself. You don't want other clients around you trying to distract you, or the clients that you're searching, their personals, you don't want them around, because if they may know something's in here, they're going to try to distract you so you won't find it. Okay, so we see there's nothing in the glove. Check the wrist, stretchy part on the wrist, make sure there's no hidden compartment there. Right here, open medicine. That's contraband. That's something we do not allow the client to have, so we'll set that aside, we'll photograph it, and we'll send that to clinical with their personals. Same with the electronics. Looks like here we got some rechargeable earbuds. That is not allowed for the client to keep either. So we'll put that aside, log it in Kipu, send it to clinical. Any open toiletries, toothbrush, body wash, hair gel, hairspray, any of that stuff, we're gonna log it, send it to clinical. We will be providing the client with fresh toiletries. We cannot have any open toiletries staying in the house. We got bounce. Yet again, this is open. We will not allow the client to keep it. We'll look through the sheets. Make sure there's no Suboxone strips or any baggies of anything stuck in between there. And in the box, and right there you see we have what appears to be a pill. And we will destroy that with another tech here shortly. We want to go through all the pockets inside the suitcase. This is a good spot where clients love to stick phones, small tablets, things like that. There we go, we got some more loose pills. We got one more in here. So 2 more of the loose pills. We will log those and destroy those. Turn this pocket inside out. Once again, check the seams. Look for any suspicious tampering. Now, suitcases. All suitcases have a zipper in the bottom to open up. And check underneath. And we can see the internal workings of the suitcase. Right here it looks like we have some sort of charging device, probably for a phone that would be hidden somewhere. We'll store that, lock that up in client's personals. You just want to inspect inside of the suitcase, the shell. A lot of these will have flaps in here. This one doesn't. I've seen many times phones stuck behind plastic flaps in the bottom of the suitcase. I'm going to check behind little compartments such as this. There's nothing stuck in there. See if anything's loose. Looks like they've taken anything apart to hide any contraband. Same, we got another little compartment here. Just want to be very thorough in here. Check the lining itself. See if it feels like it's been tampered with. Always check around the zipper, any of the thicker parts. These are all multi-layered pieces of the suitcase. And if there's something in there, you can feel it, or more importantly, you can hear it when you move it. The crinkling of the plastic, or the foil, or whatever it may be hidden in. Check your handle. Feel like anything's been taken apart and pushed in there. Identification. The identification card goes. Just check in there. Pocket on the side. Everything looks on the wheels look like they're where they're supposed to be. Nothing's been tampered with. Handles feel good, feel secure. Straps are good. And that's it. That's how we search a client's personal suitcase. Thank you, guys.